or in our church that the role should be spelled out. The role, just as you said, the role of an elder, like shepherding people, trying to look for people, trying to pray for those who are sick and all that. But I think based on the biblical rule, what the Bible stipulated now, and how the role of an evangelist should be carried out, the role of an elder should be carried out. I want to add, have we come to a time in our service, using Lagos as a case study, that we properly follow what the Bible says? And based on your mass knowledge, can't we as a church spell this out that, okay, evangelists, this is the role that they play. Elder, this is the role that they play. Because I heard you as mentioning that most of the decision making in the church, everything needs to pass through the elders. One, is it really wise? Is it something that we should be looking into? Is it something that we should adopt? Knowing full well that our church has been in existence, Lagos as a case study, over 30 years. Can't we as a church get to that maturity level that we've passed through that thing? I think that there should be a balance. I don't know if you can throw more light on that.
All right, thank you. There's a long and short answer to your question. The truth is very difficult, and I want you to know. Are you bringing that into me? Because I'm just opening mine. Okay, bring it. I'll gladly use yours. It is, and it's all of you. And I know it will enter here and come out of here. It is very difficult for some human beings to let go of power. It's very difficult. Number two, all of us start as general practitioners. Some of us need to specialize. Sometimes people think specialization is a bad thing. And I'll share two examples for you. Some years ago, thank you. Some years ago, leading one of the fastest growing ministries in Lagos, financially, numerically, and otherwise, I got a chance to go and lead a Bible talk from Lini region. And I said, yes. 6 people on campus, we don't even know who they are. And I took it. Some people thought I was demoted. I said, is that not a demotion? Demotion. Because when it comes to let go of something like that, to go and what do you want to? I was wearing suits every week. I had like maybe 25 to 30 ties. Corporate corporate. My hall was the only air-conditioned hall in the whole, Lagos church. Midweek Sunday service, everything. Whatever, so who wants to let go? So it takes God's grace to say, you know what? For a bigger vision, I can let go of this. Number two, when I began talking about, listen, hey, as I'm going, I think I need to specialize. I think God is calling me to help more people than ministries where I am at. I've moved 13 times as a minister, 13 times. I said, and that's, I believe, is teaching. I was opposed. Virtually every step of the way, I was opposed. Oh, boy, you're doing well here. I know I'm doing well, but I can do better. I can do better. Then, okay, well, if you do this one, you won't have a job. Why? Because we don't have a role for a full-time teacher. Then I will leave them. I don't have to pay me. Lack of vision. People perish because they have vision. Can't see beyond. Lack of vision. At the point I was juggling so many balls. That means I have so many influence. I have influence with the young people, campus and young pro. I have influence all over Africa as a teacher. I have influence all over. I have influence. But I'm saying this is too much for one person to carry. It might affect my health. I was a block leader, regional leader. I discipled four evangelists. I said, no, People don't let go of things like that. Say, let me just be a teacher. Teacher can help. But no. So you can now understand why, even though I'm not paid by the church, to let you know that what I'm doing is really whatever, I'll do it for free. I keep doing it for free. So I was telling one brother, I say, have you thought about that? I'm the only person who has ever left staff and still involved. I'm national leadership group. If sometimes I'm doing my own job, I say, bro, you need to join the meeting I've started. I said, what? I said, bro, you know, one day I joined with 2 screens. I had a class, Nigerian Institute of Learning and Development, and I had to add to whatever I do. I said, why do you think I do this? I don't get paid. Why do you think I do it? You know, so you must be convinced what your calling is. If your calling is to have power, authority, to rule over people, then this cannot happen. We cannot have true federalism. People think today that, people are more concerned about where the president comes from, is from their tribe, than if he can do the job. So I'm just giving you an answer. You know, so when we start up as GP, if you must lead a church, you must know how to do whatever. But gradually, raise other people to do what you are doing, so you can do what you're supposed to do. If you have a calling as an elder, you are a shepherd. Then leave other things. Then raise people to do what other things. I'm not saying that if you do it is wrong, but as you grow, you should be able to be shedding. But of course, our own elders have not shed, but they've added more. Focus on, because sometimes I say, I pity you guys. Think about, I told you, your shepherding is in Adamo. Biblically. You know Adamo, where he lives, his village where he lives. I say, if you want to expand it, you can say Ikorodu region. Your eldership doesn't go beyond Ikorodu region. Biblically. I say, Mr. Yam, your eldership is island. Like, that's how the Bible eldership elsewhere. You know, Mr. I don't remember looking at me. I said, what you guys are doing is not eldership. What I'm doing is bishop. It's the culture introduces this bishop. When I have an elder who's oversee bishop. So, because that's what they are doing right now. Mr. Judu Odu is in charge of Oshodi Solo, Egbeda, not by the one man. He also shepherd. How can you shepherd somebody else's flock? So, but I pray that one day it will dawn on us. It will dawn on us. And I know that these elders are also older men. The youngest among them is over 60. How much can a 16-year-old man do? Mr. Rela is 80. He can't even drive. Anytime he's saying here, is Mr. Okodua that brings him. I think it's bad. Okodua is going to move to his own house very soon. Around that Langbasa or what, after Lekki, after whatever there. Who's going to drive him very well? So that means that elders should also think of retiring. You see, it is not a title. It is what you do. So a time comes that you don't have the strength to shepherd anymore. You retire. I'm thinking about it. Evangelist too. Actual evangelist. You are evangelist, you are something missionary, and maybe very few people have got to my level in terms of church planting and church leading and whatever. Very few people in the Lagos church or Nigerian church got to at my level. But as you do that, you have to. I spoke to one evangelist yesterday and his wife. I said, when are you guys going to retire? They have got over 60. When are you going to retire? You have ill health. Do it now that you can still think. Don't wait until you are. I said, what are you doing? Yesterday, before I got there very early, like 1 hour before service. I had to talk to him. I said, do it now. Two of you are struggling health-wise. Is it money? Don't you know that the older, the more you stay, the money you have collected will be devalued? It's devalued. Your pension, if they give you 1 million naira now, as well, and they give you 1 million in 5 years' time, the one now you can invest it. By 5 years' time, you're going to have like maybe 200 million. If that's your, but sometimes people can't live without the structure. Maybe fear, I don't know. I'm just saying it. So evangelists should morph into congregational ministers. They can't move anymore. They can't move. It's like as your children are getting old, they can't be. I moved. When Henry was 3 months old or 4 months old, that's my first move. I carried strap the child, go to plant a church, no house. You don't have a house. Your land there, that money, start looking for where I'm going to live. You don't know where I'm going to live. Get your life. Our son went to 5 schools to finish secondary school. 5 schools. from primary to secondary. 5. Boom, 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 boom. So people also need to know that some of those things has a way of influencing your family, either for good or for bad. Listen, I pray that all our children make it. I pray. But amongst the children of ministers, there's something that is coming up. A sense of apathy. One minister's child told me one time, we're on campus. I'm like, hey man, I used to know you when you were small, whatever. The guy, I took him into my car, drove him to his hostel after church, hung around, brought to my house. You know, I said, Uncle Manuel, I don't even know how to make friends anymore. Since I was born, I was the MC when their parents go marry. I was already married. Moving here, it's like you are trying to get to know some people, they move you again. For adults, it's easier. Children, it's not that easy. For us, it's a job. You get a call, you move, okay, but your children. That's why our last move, we moved to Ikeja. Henry and Ella, you don't have to move, stay where you are. See, today they are still where they are part of Ikeja. You have the right to choose where you want to be. You're not tied to us. You'll be tied to us forever. But how many people think that way? Afterward, there's going to be apathy among the children. They're going to become backbenchers because they're thinking about what their parents have gone through. I know staff children who are blaming their parents' condition because they're on staff. Some people are blaming their own condition because their parents are on staff. Whether for good or for bad, I will pray that eventually things are going to get well. But these are things that you need to know. Then add your faith to it. Then be wise. Whatever you do. Amen? Amen. I'm not going to talk again. Thanks for all your questions. And Lucy, we're going to talk as we go. Can I just move on, please? So that we can pop champagne early. Momo, where are you going? Want to go and plug? Okay. All right. So, in part 1, we're recording, right? Yeah. So, in part 1, we focus on defining terminologies that you're going to be hearing as we go on. So that when you hear it, you say, oh, that's what that means. So that by the time we start talking about those terminologies, you'll be able to differentiate between the true terminology and the other one that are not working. So it was 2013, while beside my wife's hospital bed, that I began putting my thoughts together. I'm trying to change. I don't know. This is working. How come it's not? Let me. I have only revised it again at 2020. My last revision, I didn't rewrite it. I just maybe added picture. That's what I did. My picture sense have improved a bit. So, but that's when I wrote this thing down. I wrote them in 5 batches, 5 classes, and I'll send them out from India. I will send it out to the church. You guys teach this thing, teach this thing, teach this thing. So, how does the Bible use the word weak? Oh, man. Okay, give me a second. All right. The Zoom just went off. Check your phone. Okay, it's back. I think. Yeah, it's back now. But oh no, sorry. I think it's something you pressed that disconnected it. Ooh. That thing, yeah, was connected. Bring the clicker. I think clicker is working now. Maybe that battery. I think it's. Let me project again. Why is it doing this? He has gone back to that, showing that picture again. Stop sharing.